Yeah. Now, today I'll be able to record our class. Yes. So I think we can start. The rest can join us even as we continue. I will share my screen. I hope you can be able to see my screen. Almakini, you're in a noisy place, eh?
Yes.
Yes. So kindly, when you're not speaking,
Yes. I'm
you could
hearing
just
you.
when you're not speaking, you could mute your mic.
What is it?
When you're not speaking, you could kindly mute your
I
mic.
will close my mic.
Yes, so that it doesn't
Okay.
bring noise to the class. Thank you. Okay. Today we will start looking at the examples of taking off right from the foundation, and we'll start with the strip foundation. As we continue, you'll be able to understand all what we have been talking about. I'll be able to explain to you even as we go on, because now it's the practical parts. What we were doing is the theoretical introduction parts. But as we continue, you'll be able to understand in detail what the rules of takeoff are. Then you'll be able to understand what taking off really entails. So today we'll be dealing with taking off substructure works. And in the substructure works is the foundation. The foundation is anything below the ground. So if you could see our plan like now, this is the plan. Yeah, this is the plan. Kindly allow me to admit someone. Okay. We have the plan here. There are those who are joining late. Okay. We have the plan. We have the plan here. If you see any drawing where you can be able to see the walls from above, the plan is the aerial view. Aerial view means imagine you are flying an aeroplane, then you looked down on a building. What would you see? You would see walls like this one. These are walls, and also this is an internal wall. So that's why we call this a plan. A plan is what you see from above. So our plan today has dimensions, and the dimensions are labeled like from here up to here, it's 8,000 millimeters. So it is from outside the wall to outside this wall, it's 8,000. From inside this wall, to outside this wall, you see this is outside, this is inside. I hope you can be able to follow through using the mouse. Kindly, anytime you don't hear me, unmute your mic and alert me that you cannot hear me. Otherwise, it could take some time before I realize that I am muted. So from here, the internal part of this wall and the external part of this wall. So from here up to here is 4,000 millimeters. From here up to the external of this wall is 5,000. So that the total dimensions from outside here up to here, assuming it was a straight line, is 8,000 plus 4,000 plus 5,000. Okay, the dimensions which are given below here, we are given the thickness of the wall. The thickness of the wall is 225. The dimensions of this wall from inside to inside is 2,500. The thickness of this wall is 225. The dimensions from here up to here is 4825. The dimensions from here up to here is 9225. The dimensions internally of this wall here up to here externally for this wall, okay, it's from here Note where it is from up to here, 2500. And for the width, we are given the thickness of the walls is 225. Then the dimensions from here up to here, 8000, the thickness 225. From here up to the inside 3000, the thickness 225. The total dimension from outside to outside is 11675. The way I'm studying the drawing, that is exactly how you should study your drawing, so that you can know what you're given, what you're not given. Okay. When we are given the plan, we can we can know what it is, the details in the walls if we look at the section. You see the section is cut A. So we assume if you would be able to cut across the wall, what would you see from above the ground to below the ground? If you were to cut the wall like this, what should you be able to observe from below the ground to above the ground? And this is what is shown in section AA. In section AA, we are shown this wall, which is sitting on DPC, the damp-proof course. The DPC is sitting on the slab. This slab is vibrated reinforced concrete, ratio 1:2:4. This vibrated reinforced concrete contains a 1000 gauge polythene DPM on maram. Then we can be able to see there's something else. This 150 millimeters wall. If you can be able to see from the plan, okay, let me zoom in. If you can be able to see from the plan, this wall here, 150 millimeters, is this wall here that is not shaded. It's an internal wall. What this drawing is showing us, you see the section is cut from A to A. So we expect to see this wall, this external wall, and we expect to see this internal wall. And we can see a wall here, which is 150 millimeters thick. So this wall doesn't have a foundation. It doesn't go down. It starts from the concrete upwards. So this wall is not present in the foundation. What is present in the foundation is the external wall, this one. And this is it. This external wall is sitting on this vibrated reinforced concrete. Then it sits on the foundation wall, whose thickness is 225 millimeters. Sand cement block wall. The sand cement block wall sits on concrete. This concrete has 50 millimeters thick concrete. This is blinding. You see, this one is blinding. There's a layer of blinding of concrete. Blinding is that thin layer of concrete that is spread in the foundations in preparation to receive the mass concrete. This is the mass concrete here. The mass concrete, the thickness is 225. You see, we call it mass concrete because it is a thick concrete that fills the width of the foundation. So it is 225. And if you look even more closely, you realize that this concrete has reinforcement in it. It has reinforcement. So we can see there are reinforcements that are done here. These ones are the ones that go across the trench, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4. You see these dots? They show the reinforcement running along. They are running along the trench. So this one, the U-shaped reinforcement, is the reinforcement positioned across the trench. Then the ones that you can see the dots, because this was the section, that one shows the ones that are running along the trench. I hope you're able to understand these drawings. These reinforcements, they are D12 bars, so they have a diameter of 12 bars whose spacing one to another is 200 millimeters center to center. Then this concrete here is 50 millimeters thick concrete, ratio 1:4:8. This blinding. Blinding, I've said, is the first layer that is laid on the foundation where we have the trenches, so that it's in preparation to receive the mass concrete. Blinding mostly is usually laid on hardcore in areas where we do not have stable soils like red soil. After we have removed the vegetable soil, we shall reduce the level. Alright. So, does anyone have a question up to there? Anyone with a question?
Can you repeat it again? I couldn't catch up with you all. Can you repeat it again from the site clearance?
Alright.
Yes.
Okay, I will repeat. From site clearance. Okay, the first step when we get to site is site clearance. We need to remove all the vegetation on site. We need to clear the sites, as in before we start constructing. The site doesn't need to have anything. We need a clear site. So we shall cut down the trees. We shall remove all the vegetation. We shall uproot those shrubs, uproot the grass. That is site clearance. After the site clearance, we have removed all those vegetations. We need to remove that soil that supports growth because it is not good for construction. So that is the removal of the vegetable soil, and that is why the same area we do site clearance, the same area we do removal of vegetable soil, because we do not have vegetable soil where there are no vegetation. Then after that, we need to reduce the level. Reducing the level is so that we can get to that stable level of the soil. So during site clearance, we got to the we were left with the vegetable soil covering the ground. When we remove the vegetable soil, it is not automatic that that soil is stable enough. Sometimes we need to dig deeper until when we get the soil is stable enough. So that level where the soil is stable enough and hard coal can be laid is called the reduced level. So that was why I was saying we have 3 levels. We have the ground level, we have the stripped level, then we have the reduced level. Okay? Yes. So to calculate the depth, if we need to reduce the level, we shall take the depth from the ground up to the reduced level. If it was 500 from the ground level to the reduced level, and we had already removed 150 millimeters of vegetable soil, how much do we need to reduce the level? We have said it, 350. Then I would ask, what if the depth from the ground level up to the reduced level was 200? Then the depth of the vegetable soil was 200. Someone, what is the depth that we need to reduce the level?
Okay. V0, right? 200.
Sorry?
200, right? It means it will be V0.
Okay. Robinson?
0.
Okay. So in short, we do not need to reduce the level. Okay? Yes. So we usually check if we need to reduce the level or we do not need to reduce the level. And if we need to reduce the level, by how much? Alright? So I hope we're in the same page. So reducing the level doesn't have to occur all the time. Yes. But sometimes we need to reduce the level. So how you will know whether you need to reduce the level is taking the depth from the ground level to the reduced level, then deducting the vegetable soil. Alright. I hope now we can continue. After reducing the level, we need now to excavate the trenches. In the trenches, it's where we shall do the concrete in foundations, then we shall construct the walls. So we shall excavate the trenches. When you're excavating the trenches, we are usually excavating the soil. We remove the soil so that we can create spaces in the trenches where we can do the construction. So after we excavate the trenches, you'll see in excavation of the trenches, we are finding the volume of the soil. All right. So after excavating the trenches, we shall go to removal of the waters in the trenches. You see, the trenches could be having water. We have to measure for, you see, the bill of quantity has to have all the costs that we should be able to price. So we cannot leave the bill of quantity without some amount allocated to remove the water. As much as it would change if we got to site and realized, oh, there is so much water, so we need to add money, or there's even no water, so we do not need even to dewater. Another thing is planking and strutting. This is the support of the foundation wall. We need to plan for it, just in case that soil needs to be supported. How much will it cost us approximately to do planking and strutting? Just in case there will be no need for the support, that money will not also be used. All right, but we have to plan for it by allocating an approximate sum of money. Now, when we are taking off, because taking off is measuring, and these items cannot be measured from the drawings, general water and planking and strutting, what we write is item. That is why you see they have written item. This item, we just write item. Then when we come to the BQ, we will allocate an amount, say 50,000 to remove the general water, say 80,000 for planking and strutting, an approximate amount, a reasonable approximate amount. After doing that, we need to approximate for the foundation concrete. Foundation concrete is this concrete. It runs all around the foundations. Yes, everywhere we have the external wall, at the bottom of it we have the foundation concrete. So we should measure that we have the reinforced concrete, because you see in the foundation concrete we start with the blinding. We have a thin there, 50 millimeters thick blinding, ratio 1:4:8. Then we shall measure this reinforced concrete. It's reinforced because it has the 12 bars inside it. We shall measure even the concrete. Right? So in the foundation concrete, we shall measure the blinding. We shall measure the reinforced concrete. Then we should measure even the reinforcement. What is the mass of reinforcement? Because reinforcement is usually in the BQ measured in terms of kilograms. What is the total mass of the reinforcement? Then we have the foundation walling. You see, the concrete, above the concrete sits the wall. So the walling goes round the trenches outside the wall. So the external walls have foundation walls. So we shall be able to measure the area of all this foundation wall. Then we have the hardcore. You see, okay, the hardcore is this one. Inside the rooms, we have to place hardcore. Because we reached the reduced level, that is where the soil is stable. Now we need to pack the hardcore inside there, because the floor needs to sit on hardcore, because hardcore is strong enough, not like normal soil that could undergo that to be stable settling. You see, soil settles because soil, as much as you add water and it is called compressing it. As long as you would try to stabilize the soil, still it would not be as strong as hard coal. Hard coal is usually more permanent in terms of expanding, contracting. Alright, so we usually lay hard coal. On top of the hard coal, we do the maram blinding to fill in the spaces in the hard coal. Then on top of the blinding, we always do the anti-termite treatment. The anti-termite treatment is always done before we even drill the DPM, so that we can lay the concrete. So we always remember to do the anti-termite treatment, to take off the anti-termite treatment, because if we do not do the anti-termite treatment, termites will start coming up the building. So we always do it after the maram blinding. Then we lay our DPM. DPM is damp-proof membrane. Damp-proof membrane is usually a sheet of paper that is usually laid on top of the maram everywhere, so that we can prevent the moisture in the foundations from coming to the floors and rising up through the walls. Alright, so that damp-proof membrane, you need to measure it. The damp-proof membrane is usually placed from the walls, placed on every area with the maram, but also on the walls. Then we do the concrete bend. The concrete bend is that's this bend of concrete. It is this band of concrete. It lies. All right. This concrete, you can see it is also on the wall. All right. So the anti-termite treatment is done even on the walls. The concrete and the DPM, they are even on the walls. So after the DPM, we have the concrete. All right. So I want to receive questions up to there. Maybe after, you see, in the concrete band, we shall take off even the formwork. You see, there is always formwork going around the walls, the external walls, so that it can support our concrete before it cures. We usually do formwork here at the sides of where the concrete will be, so that it can hold the concrete in place as it cures. Yes. So now we have the formwork, we have the concrete, the reinforced concrete, and inside the concrete we have the BRC mesh reinforcement. This one will also measure it, the area of the BRC reinforcements. Then after we are done constructing the foundation, we always adjust the soil. Soil adjustment is backfilling. We want to know what volume of soil will be used to backfill, how much volume of soil needs to be taken away from sites, and how much what is the volume of soil that will be used to backfill around the house where flowers needs to be planted. So that one is called soil adjustment, so that we can know how much soil shall be used and how much soil needs to be disposed, because all these ones have a cost consequence, because every time we are transporting soil away from site, it requires money, and every time we are backfilling, we will require money for backfilling. It has a cost implication. That is why we have to measure it. So I will receive questions up to there. Yes, anyone with a question? So all of you have got what I have explained. Anyone who has understood? You know, if you do not speak, I will not know whether you have network problems. Yes. Al-Makini says it is well.
Yes.
He has understood.
Yes. No. I just have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain to me number 7 and 8? 7 and 8.
Okay. Foundation walling and hardcore.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Foundation walling, we have to construct walls inside the foundation. You see that wall? You see the walls that you see above the ground? Most of them have a foundation. They exist also in the foundation. How you know? It's through the section. You see, like this one, if you look at the drawing here, this wall, this is the ground level. This is the foundation wall. It's going deep into the ground. Now we need to measure the area of this wall so that we can know how much it will cost to construct that wall. For the hardcore, inside the rooms, we have to lay hardcore so that it could hold the floors. So we need to calculate what is the volume of hardcore we shall use. Then what will be the cost of that hardcore that shall be used. So that is why we need to take off walling and hardcore. Okay, Robinson says he has understood. Anyone with a question? Sajid, are you well? Hey Sajid.
No, madam.
You're following?
Yes, madam. Yeah.
All right. So no one has a question, Alan?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Lauren?
I'm okay.
Lauren, are you following? You can always type something.
I'm good.
All right, thank you. Okay, so we shall continue to the next part now.
Yes, I am.
All right, Rolene. Thanks for the feedback. All right, now we have written the takeoff list. we want to start taking off. All right. You have to be very attentive. I don't know why people are leaving the meeting. You will not leave when you are doing this taking off, because we may lose you along the way. So anytime you happen to leave the meeting, kindly join as fast as possible so that you don't be left out and then you get confused. So when we are taking off, first of all, we always use the methods of measurement. That one I told you. We always use the method of measurement when taking off. So I want to share with you right now the SMM. I know most of you don't have the SMM. I want to share it with you so that you can be opening it, and I will also open it to ensure that everyone knows how to use it. Okay, let me share it to the group right away, the SMM, so that you can be able to know why we are measuring in areas, volumes. Yeah, so I am sharing it right away. Kindly check it in the group. I have already shared it. That one is the SMM. If you can see it, you can let me know. And later, actually, I'll be sharing the sesion, the civil engineering SMM. But for now, we just need to use this one, SMM for building works. The SMM. All right. I want to share my screen in a way. Okay, let me just open it using this thing. Can you be able to see the SMM that I've shared? Have you downloaded it?
Yes, I've downloaded it.
All right. Thank you for that. I want to share my screen in a way you can be able to see all these tabs. So I will share it again. Okay, share screen. When I open here, when I open the Microsoft Edge, what can you see on your screen? In someone?
SMM.
Oh, the SMM, yes. Now you can see the taking off.
They're taking off.
Oh, good. I wanted to confirm that so that I don't be talking of things that you can see. So this is the SMM. It is the SMM for Eastern Africa. Yes. So in the SMM, we usually have different sections. I hope it is clear. I have zoomed it in a way that you can be able to see. Now, the SMM is usually classified in different sections. We have the section for general rules. We also the first section A. You see, the SMM is like a constitution. It gives us the rules for measuring. So the SMM, actually, if you take it by itself, you can read it and you can understand it, what it means and what its work is. It has everything in it. Actually, you don't need to be told about the SMM. You can just read it and understood what an SMM is, what it talks about, how you should measure using an SMM. Okay, so in section A, that is where the SMM is explained. All right, then in section B, it shows us how to measure preliminary works. Preliminary works includes the works that are done, all the works that are, yes, let me continue. Preliminary works, they are all works that are usually done before the construction begins. For example, all the temporary works, for example, the site fencing, bringing the water to site, hiring the storekeeper, protecting and cleaning the works, uh, building a store in the site. All those works, they are not directly related to the building because we have not even started constructing. But okay, let's say they are directly related to the building because they help in the construction process. But now all these works, if we say that we give the cost of the building, we will not have in measuring the walls, the floors, the windows, the doors, we will not include all these works. So preliminaries are all those works that are usually done before construction begins. And actually, they are priced separately. We usually give a sum of money to allow for preliminaries because the preliminaries have to be done before the construction begins. So in every BQ, you will have a section for the preliminaries being costed so that we shall have a total sum of money that shall be used for preliminaries. Okay, section C tells us how we can measure demolitions and alterations. Yes, so if you go through your SMM, you'll be able to see how do we measure demolitions and alterations. Section D tells us how to measure excavation and earthwork. In excavation, you're told about site preparation like clearing the site, remove of the vegetable soil, reducing the levels. How do we excavate all these work? Maybe excavation of the foundation trenches. Here, in section D, we are told how we should measure all that work. Then in E, we are told about how to measure piling. In F, we are told how to measure formwork work. So every time you need to measure something, you need to go to that section. Maybe if we want to know how should we measure warning, we should go to section G. We shall be told how to measure masonry walls, how to measure sunrise, how to measure phase work. In section H, we are told how to measure underpinning. Alright, in section J, asphalt work. K, the roofing, how we should measure. Carpentry works. L, M, joinery, like that. So we are told up to even section S, the electrical installation, all these sections up to Z. We are told in those sections how we should measure. So every time you need to know how to measure, you should always find the section where that work lies, then you should scroll to that work. So for example, if you open the SMM, you'll find the general rules here. You're told how you should measure, work should be measured, net as fixed in position, and each measurement should be taken to the nearest 10 millimeters. Okay, these are the rules, the same rules that you are using to measure. Kindly go through this section all by yourselves, then come with questions in the next class because this is just the rules of measurements. Today we are taking off the substructure works, so I will show you how to use the SMM to take off. And of course, we are starting from section C, not C. C is for demolitions and alterations. We are starting from excavation and earthwork. Right. So, you see, like in site clearance here, site clearance. If we want to find it in the SMM, we'll open the SMM and go to site preparation. We are told in site preparation, we have anti-termite treatment to subsoil or filling shall be given in square general meters. You see, we are told anti-termite is given in square meters. The removal of termite nests shall be given as an item and it shall be measured as an item. If you're told item, you will just write item. And the method of destruction of the termites shall be stated. So in the description, also the SMM tells you how to state the descriptions. Like here, it tells you if there are termite nests in the site, you should state the method of destruction of the termites. You should state it in the description. Then measure it as an item. Then when you go to the BQ, you shall allocate some amount of money. Alternatively, this item may be given in the description of excavations. You see, the SMM explains to us everything we should write in a bill of quantities. How should we describe the work and what is the unit of measurements that we should use? Alright. Okay. In the site preparation, we have not been able to see yet the site clearance. If you look at this section, removing trees and hedges, we are told cutting down trees if there were trees on site and grabbing up their roots shall be enumerated. As in, enumerated is they should be stated in numbers. Trees exceeding 600 millimeters girth, if the girth of the trees exceed 600, the girth is the circumference, they should be measured at a height of 1 meter above the ground. Trees should be measured at a height of 1 meter above the ground. Then, if they exceed 600 millimeters, they shall be grouped together and described as small trees. Those over 600 millimeters girth shall be classified and given in further stages of 300 millimeters. So, when you are clearing the site and there are trees to be cut down and uprooted, we should classify the trees according to groups. The trees that have a girth of 600 millimeters and below, they should be counted separately from those that have a girth of 900 and below up to 600 to 900. They should be separated from those with 901 to 1200, because they should anything above 600 should be classified in stages of 300 as we continue. Okay, but to that, we are told cutting down hedges and grabbing up their roots shall be given in linear meters, stating the nature, type, and height of each hedge or its location. So here we are told if there is hedges, you have been told in the notes, there are hedges to be cut down and uprooted. You should measure it in linear meter. Then in the description, what should you state? Let us go to the one that relates to our work. Clearing the site of bushes, shrubs, undergrowth, and the like, and grabbing up their roots shall be given in square meters. You see, the one that we have here is clearing the site. You see in the description, okay, let's go in the notes first. We are told the site is bushy. So if the site is bushy, we need to clear the site. What we have been told is clearing the site of bushes, shrubs, undergrowth, and the like, and grabbing up their roots shall be given in square meters or hectares. Alright, so alternatively, this may be given as an item stating the approximate area. Okay, we shall use the first one. Clearing the site of bushes, shrubs, and undergrowth, and the like, and grabbing up their roots shall be given in square meters. So, when we come to measure this site clearance, because we have been told the site is bushy, we should, when we write the description, like here, clearing the site of all bushes, shrubs, undergrowth, and the like, and grab up their roots and burn the arisings, you see it's written SMM clause D4. SMM clause D4, if you look here, it's section D, clause D4. So this clause is called D4. It's D4 part C, this one. That is the reference. But when you are using SMM, we just state the clause that talks about that, just in case someone would want to refer where you measured and they would want to confirm from the SMM. These notes here, they are to guide you. It's written SMM clause D4 part C. It's even specific here. So clear the site of all bushes. Then the vegetable soil. Excavate vegetable soil average 150 millimeters deep and preserve on site. This one, we will go back to the SMM where we have the vegetable soil. Vegetable soil is this one. Excavating vegetable soil is to be preserved, shall be given in square meters, stating the average depth. So this one is D3. So if you go, you'll see it's written clause D3. Alright, and in the description you're told to state the average depth. I don't know if you have a question up to there. I would want to be asked questions up to there so that I can be able to answer as we continue. Anyone with a question? Okay, Robinson, I saw.
I have a question.
Okay, ask. Go ahead, Alan.
My question, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
My question is regarding the preliminary works. What you have said about preliminary works. You have told us that preliminary works is works being done before work begins. Charging is, and the water is the one that we are going to use while doing the construction. Hello?
Yes, I understand. Why it is usually priced.
Sorry for that. Let me.
It's okay. I think I have understood your question. Maybe I could repeat it just so that you can say if it's like that. You asked the power to be used of electricity shall be used throughout the project to do the work. So why is it priced under preliminary works? Is that the question? Maybe you can just type. Yes. Alan?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, Alan?
Sorry for that.
Okay, it's okay. You can always type your question, Alan.
I'm saying sorry for the distraction.
It's okay. Did I get your question right?
Okay.
All right. Why electricity is usually priced in the preliminary is because we said that whenever we start constructing, like from the foundation, you see, from that takeoff list that I have shown you, all this takeoff list. Let me show you. This was the takeoff list. Did you see electricity anywhere? You may not see it. If we go to taking off superstructure works, you may not see electricity anywhere. If we go to doors and windows, we may not see electricity anywhere. We know that electricity in the site could be used to pump water. It could be used to light up the offices. It could be used to charge the computers. Okay, to connect with the computers. Maybe in the office there's Wi-Fi. All that work. As in, every work that you see, this work that it cannot be costed under the building, but we need to price the cost of connecting the electricity and the cost of paying for the electricity. We usually price it under preliminaries because this electricity is needed on site and it cannot be priced in the individual elements of the building. So we can only price it under preliminaries, works that are done in preparations for the works. I don't know if I got your question right, but works that are not are works that really support the work of the building and cannot be measured and costed in the elements of work, they have to be under preliminaries. Yes. Could there be any other question? Oleami, you're very silent. Do you have a question?
No, I'm a bit sick, so that's why I've not been participating much.
Oh, sorry. I hope you're able to follow though.
Yeah.
Sorry. Get well soonest. Lauren, are you okay?
Okay, I had a data connection, so my network was bad. So yes, so I haven't gotten what you've said for the few minutes.
All right. Don't worry, you'll get the video. In the meantime, just try to follow through so that you can get as much as possible from this class. All right. So we shall continue with the next part, which is site clearance. We want to know how to measure. We have already been told that site clearance will be measured in terms of area. So area for what? We want to see. You see, this is the plan. This is the plan. This is the plan of the building. We want to build a building that measures from here up to here. So to get the length, we shall get 8,000 plus 4,000 plus 5,000. That will be the total length. What is the total length? Somebody? When you add those lengths, what will be the total length outside to outside?
17.
17 what?
17 meter.
Yes, 17,000 millimeters. That is 17 meters. Very good. Then we have the wind. The wind is already shown. It is 11,675. I want you guys to be very attentive so that you can be able to follow through. Taking off substructure works could be the most confusing part, but if you follow through, it will be the easiest for you. So kindly pay as much attention as possible. So when we are clearing the site, we want to measure the area where the site will be cleared. When we are clearing the site, we need to look at the plan and also the section drawing. You see, this is the plan. Then this is the section drawing here. The section drawing, we can see this is the external wall. Then it is seated on a foundation made of concrete. The foundation width is 675. You see, clearing the site, in real sense, we should clear the whole site because there are areas where we should store our materials. There are areas where we need to pass to navigate through as we walk. We should park our cars when we get to site. So basically, we usually clear the whole site. But now, the areas that do not relate directly to the building should be priced in the preliminaries. In the substructure works, someone is getting noisy. Okay, thank you for muting. In the substructure works, we can only price the area where the building will occupy. I will repeat that. It's very important. We will of course clear the whole site because we need the whole site maybe to build our site huts, to park our vehicles, to move around, to build our latrines. We need the site offices, so we should clear the whole site. But the total area where the building does not occupy should only be priced in the preliminaries. The only area we should price in the substructure works is only where the building occupies. I hope you got that correct. Did someone get it? You guys, you need to participate by speaking, because I am not looking at the class. I'm looking at the screen. You have understood, thank you. So, you see, we need to know then what is the total area then where the building will occupy. All right, someone kindly give me the area of the building using our plan here. What is that area where the building will occupy? Could someone try? I think I should point names, Okay, any volunteer to try and tell us the dimensions for the site where the building will occupy. I hope you can be able to see the drawing. Can you? Can you guys see the drawing? Yes, Robinson?
Yes, madam.
Along the longer side where we have the 17 meters.
Yes.
You will not only have the 17 meters, but you also have to add the extension of the foundation below the ground.
That is perfect. That is perfect. What Robinson has said is that on this length that you see, from here up to the end, which is 17 meters, we do not only measure 17 meters, we need to consider also the section and take this area also, which is extending outside the walls. I hope everyone can see that. You see, if we measured up to the outside the walls, this wall, when we come to do the concrete in the foundation, how then will we be able to do the concrete if we clear the site up to here? We need to clear the site up to here. You see, so that you can accommodate even the foundation trenches, because we should clear this whole site, then come and do the trenches here. Then we shall come and build the walls on the concrete. So there's something that we need to understand here. You see the width of the concrete here, the trench, you see this concrete, its width is the width of the trench. The width of the trench, normally in Eastern Africa, we usually excavate the width of the trench, then we do the concrete inside the trench. The concrete here, its width is 675. So the width of the trench is 675. Now, what is the, you see there's this part from here up to here and from here up to here. Those parts are called the foundation spread. The foundation, this foundation wall, spreads to the outside through the concrete. You see this concrete? It is spreads to the outside and it spreads to the inside of the building. So this is the foundation spread here. So what is the length of the foundation spread here outside, and what is the foundation spread inside? How do we get the length of the foundation spread? Someone to try? Yes, Lori. Lauren, we are waiting.
Okay, you get it by time missing by 2, the length side and the width side.
Sorry. You multiply what
Okay,
by
I'm
2?
saying that foundation spread, you multiply it by 2 on the length side and also on the width side. Then you get it.
Okay, I want to know how I shall get the dimension from here up to here. And this one is 675. From here up to here is 675. I want to know how to get from here up to here.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, Alan.
I think you subtract the thickness of the wall from 670, which is 225. Then you divide by 2. You get 225.
Okay, Oleami?
Is that okay?
Okay, let's hear from Oleami first. Sorry, I had said you had. I was to call it.
The dimension of the cement, you subtract the thickness of the dimension of the cement, and then you divide.
You're quite far from your source of. Is it your phone or your computer? You're a bit far. We can't hear you very clearly. Could you go again?
Okay. I said you take the thickness of the bench. Are you getting me? The thickness of the bench, you subtract the thickness of the wall from the thickness of the bench, and you divide by to get the spread on each side.
All right, very good. That is correct, Alan and Olemi. You have said it very right. The width of the trench here is 675. The width of the wall is 225. So 675 minus 225, we shall get 450. 450 divided by 2, we shall get the spread this side and spread this side. So 450 divided by 2, 225. So the spread outside here is 225, inside 225. I hope we are together. Now, while we are doing the site clearance, if we want to know the total dimensions of the site, the side of the length, will be, this is 17,000 from here up to outside. So it's 17,000. We should add 225 this side, 225 this side. So it shall be 17,000 plus 225 plus 225. Then we shall come to 11,675. We add 225 and 225. I hope we are together. Alright? Because we have to assume first it's a rectangle. You see this one, we shall assume it's one big rectangle. Then we shall come and deduct this void. You see this area, it's outside the building. I hope you can see that. This area is outside the building. And this area too is outside the building. Alright, so we shall first assume this is a perfect rectangle. Then we shall come and deduct the void here and a void here. Alright, so that will be the easiest way to calculate the area of this site. Alright, so what will be the total length of the site, the big rectangle, because that is the big rectangle. What will be the total length of the length? What will be the length of site of the rectangle when we are measuring site clearance? Yes, Alan?
It will be 17.45 meters.
Yes, 17 for 50 millimeters, 17.45 meters. Very good. What will be the length of the width? What will be the total width of the big rectangle for site clearance? Someone else? Sajid, you're so quiet. Robinson?
125 millimeters.
12?
125 millimeters.
125 millimeters. What you did, you took 11,675 plus 450, 225 on both sides, right?
Yes.
Yes, very good. So the big rectangle, the dimensions for the site clearance shall be that. So if you look at these site clearance, okay, it's here. We took the total length, 17,000. We took the total width, this one. We added 2 times 225 on each side, 450, 450. So the length is 17, 450. The width is 12, 125, just as we have said. I hope we are together. Anyone with a question up to there, kindly ask. I don't want you to be left behind. Then once you're left behind, we may not be able to come for you. Okay, we will start with who? Alan, you have a question?
No, madam. No, madam.
No, I don't have a question. Sorry.
Okay, Lauren, ask a question. Yes, Lauren.
Okay, the question is, you see there where we have the foundation, the projection.
Yes.
Okay, when you minus the foundation wall, you get it. And now, like in school, they were saying okay, I don't know if it's there still, where we add 1,000 and 1,000 the other side. How does it go?
All right, that is a good question. You see, in a question like this one, in the notes, here in the notes, if you're told to add working space amounting to 1,000 millimeters, that is where you add to the area of the site clearance. Sometimes in some drawings, they will give you in the notes, you add working space of 1 meter all around the building. That is where we shall come and add now on the length side 1,000 on each side. After, you see, you will take the external dimensions. When you're told about working space, you will only take the external dimension, 17,000 plus 2,000, 11,675 plus 2,000. When you have the working space here of 1,000 from the wall, if you add 1,000, even if there was to be a foundation, it will be positioned in a place where we have a space for the builders to stand and construct. I don't know if I'm making sense. Sometimes you're required to add working space. Working space is that space where the builders should stand inside the foundations as they construct. Normally we don't add it, but if you're told in an exam, you should add some working space. Mostly, that one is not done in Kenya. Mostly, I've seen it in New Zealand. That is where they do working space. They take off using working space, even if you're not sold. But in Kenya or in Eastern Africa, we usually use the width of the foundation to measure for the site clearance. So just in case you're told working space, take the external dimensions plus that working space, say 1 meter on each side. Then if you're not told that, I hope you're getting. Anyone with a question? Sajid, you have a question?
No, madam. No, madam. Everything clear.
You're good.
Madam,
Yes.
for example, this footing, we are taking as per drawing, while as per side we are doing extra for working spacing, maybe 50 centi, 80 centi like this. So how we can adjust this one? Because here we, as per drawing, we are taking the wire inside we are doing more.
Sorry, Sajid. You're asking why we are?
For example, we are going this footing, the front we have see 2.10 meter. Below 2.35 centimeter below from DPC level. That is we going not 60 70 675 centimeter. We are go extra maybe 1.5 meter, right?
The depth.
The depth, yeah, the depth also the W.
Okay. Sajid, I get your question, but we are not yet there. You're asking about the depth of the foundations, right?
Yeah. Because we are from for BOQ, we are taking the fix from drain, right?
For now, we are doing the site clearance.
Yeah. For the future, I am asking, madam, for
Yes.
any BOQ, for any BOQ, we are taking fix from drain, right?
Yes. We should take it from the drawing.
Yeah, fix where up to where drain is mentioned dimension. We will take this area quantity. So while the side we are doing opposite. For example, this side and drain they are given 675 W, right? While the drain they are given 675. Side we are working extra, then 675.
This 675.
Sorry?
You're saying this 675 we are working extra?
We are excavation extra for working spaces.
Okay, I have said we add working space when we are asked to. And this 675, when you're adding working space, you do not have to consider this 675. You will take from the external of the wall, you add working space, 1000. It will be for both sides. That 1000, the working space, it will be for both sides. It is where the fundi, the people who are constructing should stand as they construct this wall. You see, if they want to excavate for working space, sorry, I should be pointing this one. If they want to excavate for working space, they can excavate extra here inside and extra on the outside. Yes, the one that is outside is the one that is affecting our measurements. But the one that is inside, it doesn't affect our measurements, the working space. So the one we shall consider is on the outside. We can add like 1 meter. So from the external dimensions, we add 1000 extra for the working space. Because we could be the remaining working space, if we were to add 1000, it should be 1000 minus 225. So like 675, is it 675? Like 875? No, 775. Okay. 1000 minus 225 is 775.
775.
Yes, that 775 will be working space where the mason and his assistant should stand. The one that is on the outside is the only one that is affecting our site clearance. The one in the inside, as much as they would want to excavate, even 2 meters could not affect the area for site clearance. Yes, so Sajid, when you're told to add working space, it will make us measure extra. We should measure extra from this plan. I hope I have understood your question.
Yes, madam.
Okay, thank you. I think we can continue. Yes, Almakini.
Please. Now I get confused.
Why?
Can you repeat that again? Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
But you said we should, I don't know.
Okay. I have said normally when we are told to take off substructure works, we should use the foundation here to tell us the width of the foundation, and we assume that there's still the width of the foundation when we have excavated. What we normally do after we have excavated the foundation and we have done this concrete inside the foundation, normally our masons usually stand inside the foundations and do the walls. But in some instances, you could be told to add some working space. In rare occasions, you could be told to add some working space as you measure for site clearance. So what you shall do, you shall take the external dimensions of our rectangle, then you add like 1000 on each side. But normally, we only take the foundation spread alone. We only add the foundation spread on the length and on the width. But in rare cases, if you're told about working spaces, add a working space like of 1 meter around the building. You shall come to the length, add 1 meter, 1 meter. Width, add 1 meter, 1 meter. I hope I didn't confuse you guys. Is there any question?
Okay, good.
Yes, Almakini?
No, I said it's good. Now it's okay.
Okay, thank you. Alan?
I have a question.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
You have said that sometimes we are told to add the working space.
Yes.
And when we are told to add the working space, we just add the amount on the external
Wall.
On the external wall.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, when you want to do the measured works, if you have been told to add the working space of let's say 1 meter,
Mm-hmm.
how are you going to calculate return and fill
Mm-hmm.
for the internal working space?
Internal
when
working
being
space.
measured? Yes, so when you're the return and fills.
Okay.
How are you going to calculate the return and fill?
For the internal side.
Working, yeah, the internals.
Okay.
Internal side.
What we shall do, if you're told to add like 1 meter for the external to the external wall, you see,
Yes.
the space that is left without concrete is 1000 minus 225, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that one, you can be able to find the volume of the soil for that area separately. Then you will come find the volume on top of the concrete separately. Then you always multiply by 2. What is on the outside, you multiply by 2. It's the same as what is in the inside. If on the outside, the working space was 700, the working space on the inside should be 700.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, understood.
All right. Thank you. I hope those who are dealing with takeoff for the first time are not getting confused because of questions that are ahead of what we are talking about. Don't worry, you just concentrate with what I'm teaching. As we get along, you'll be able to understand what they were asking. Yes. All right. So, when we have done that, you see, we have done for the big rectangle, and the big rectangle, it's like here. You see, you can see this rectangle which we have taken. Can you see my mouse? What am I pointing?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Yes, the top left corner.
All right, thank you. Now, for the big rectangle, it's like this. This is the rectangle. This one, the length, the width. If you come again, it's the length and the width. So, if you have this rectangle here, then here you're told it's a void B. Here it's a void A. Voids, I said, they are areas that are outside the building. They look like they are inside the building, but in real sense, they are outside the external walls. So we can only call that area voids. When we assumed that it was for the big rectangle, we assumed there are no voids. We assumed that all the area represents the area of the building. But in real sense, the building has voids. It has areas inside it which are not part of the building, and that's where they are labeled A and B. How do we find the areas of the voids so that we can deduct from this big rectangle so that we can get the area of the exact building, right? So, I want us to go straight to the voids. I don't want to go to this depth. The depth could confuse you because this is the depth. They have gone to excavation. I want us to deal with the voids first. Okay, let's go to this one, void B. First of all, okay, let me take you to the drawing so that you can be able to measure. We have said this one is void. Which one is A? Which one is B? This one is void.
A.
Yes, A. All right, thank you. Now, how do you measure the area of void A? You see, every time when you're measuring for site clearance and you have some foundation spread, the wisest thing to do is come sketching around the wall, the foundation, the outline of the foundation around the wall. You see, it will be some distance like 225 around the building. If you sketch with a pencil or around the wall, you will realize that what you're sketching, that line shows the wall of the foundation outside the wall of the external foundation. Okay, the external wall of the foundation. You see, this is a foundation. If you draw imaginary lines here, up, this one is the external wall of the foundation because here it's soil. Then this is the internal wall of the foundation. Right, so you should sketch that using a pencil all around the building. You should just come sketch all around. Show the Yes, I don't know if I can do that. I could be okay. I'm finding a pen so that I can be able to show you what I'm saying. Okay, you should come sketching. I'm using a mouse. It's not even straight. Just come sketching using your pencil. This way. Show the outline of the foundation wall. How it goes. Just sketch so that you can be able to see the wall of the foundation. It should be straight. Just that I'm not able to draw a straight one, but it should be straight. This is the external wall of the trench. You see the trench is the wall is between the trench, something like that. Then the internal wall of the trench, it's inside the wall, because you see in the section you can be able to see that the wall is inside. The wall is at the center of the trench. So what I'm drawing is the internal wall of the trench, and what I had drawn earlier is the external wall of the trench. I'm just drawing in a hurry. I just want you to understand what I'm saying. Alright. You see, this one is the external wall of the trench. This one, which is outside here. Because if we were to extend this way, if we were to sketch the walls of the trench, This is our trench here. The wall is positioned at the center. The concrete is at the bottom of the trench. So this one is the external wall of the trench, and it is shown by this line outside here. This one is the internal wall of the trench. It is here. Am I clear? Did you guys understand what I was doing? Yeah, if you understood, maybe you can raise your hand. You guys are so silent. Okay, at least 2 people understood, right? Or 3. Wow. So I hope the rest of you will understand as we continue. So, okay, 4. Sajid and Al-Makini, you didn't understand? Or you are asleep? Alright, Al-Makini understood. Sajid, are you okay? Sajid could have lost his concentration.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
All right, thank you, Sajid. All right, now after you sketch that foundation wall, now because you have already sketched it, we want to know the voids. You see, when we were estimating, this is what we did. We took the rectangle. From here, I just want to show you. We added this part. You see, this is the rectangle. This one, we took it as a rectangle. Then here, we joined it also. So we said this part and this part, they are part of the big rectangle. But in real sense, we know they are not. Right? Yes. So, and you see, of course, this one, I have not drawn it so well because it should be outside here. Yes, this like this way. So, and of course, it's not up to here 5,000. It extends by 225. Yes, like that. All right. I think this one is a bit more clear. So if we say this is void A and this one is void B, how do we measure the areas of the voids? Let us come to void A. The void A, this 225 is the thickness of this wall. From here up to here is 4825. What will be the width from here up to here? We shall take 4825. We deduct. Someone speak and tell me so that I can know if you're following. What will be the length of void A? How do we get it? Someone? Just unmute and talk.
We deduct 450
From?
We deduct 450
From?
from 4.825.
Yes. So we shall take 4825, deduct 225 on this side and 225 on this side. Right?
Okay.
Yes. That is. Sorry? Sajid, what are you saying? Okay.
Nothing, madam. Nothing.
Oh, all right. Thank you. So let's go back. So we shall take 4825 minus 450. Thank you. Now, what will be the width of void A? What will be the width of void A? Someone unmute and say.
2500 millimeters.
25. How did you get that? Because 25 is from here up to here. How did you get that from here up to here is 2500?
I first subtracted the thickness of the wall, which is 225.
Okay, you took 2500 minus 225, so you got from here up to here.
I subtracted another 225 of the foundation spread.
You subtracted up to here, so you remained with from here up to here by subtracting 225 plus 225.
So that gave me 2050.
2050.
And then I decided, and then again on the lower side.
Then from here now.
Yes, from there. I added the thickness of the wall, 225.
You added this wall thickness, 225.
Plus the foundation spread, 225.
Yes, plus foundation spread, 225. So I hope all of you, thank you so much. This one is 2500 from here up to here. He deducted 225. He deducted 225. Then he came, and because it was up to here, he added 225 for the wall and 225 for the foundation spread. Very well. Anyone who hasn't seen that? I don't want to leave anyone behind. Alan?
Can you repeat?
Yes, I haven't gotten it.
All right. Okay, we are repeating it. You see, from here inside the wall to outside this wall is to 2500. So if we want to get from here outside to here inside the foundation spread, we shall take from here up to outside the wall. We shall deduct this wall first. The wall thickness is Alan and Lauren. From here up to here is 2500. We deduct the wall thickness to 25. We have up to here 2500 minus 225. Then we deduct this spread so that we can get up to here, right? So 2500 minus 225 for the wall, then 225 for the foundation spread. What shall we get?
2050.
Yes. Remember, 2050 is from here, where I'm pointing using the pen, up to here, where the 2500 was ending. You see, 2500 was up to here, eh?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Remember, from here up to here is the same as from here up to here, right?
Yes.
So it's the same as we add 225, another 225 for this wall now, then 225 for the foundation spread.
Okay.
So if you take 2500 minus 225 minus 225 plus 225 plus 225, what shall you get?
2500.
2500. Very good. Lauren, did you get that?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Is there anyone who has been left behind in that? Kindly don't be left behind. For the foundation is the only tricky part. But for all other parts, I'm sure it will be a walkover for all of you if you get the concept right from the beginning. So if you have any question, always feel free to ask so that you don't be left confused. All right. Now, we have been able to give the dimensions for void A. Kindly, someone give me the dimensions for void B. The length, using the same concept. What is the dimensions for void B? Oleami, you're so silent. Kindly try. Tell us what length B, the length for void B should be.
So the length is 4.
It is 4?
4550 for void B.
4, 5,
550.
50. Yes, it's correct. Kindly tell us what you did.
The 5000 minus 225.
This was okay. Let's go slowly. 5000 was from here up to here inside the walls. What did you do after 5000?
So the 5000 minus the 225 for the square and the 225 for the wall.
All right. What Oliami did was from here up to outside the wall here is 5000. So she deducted to 25 on this side. Then she was left with from here up to here. Okay. Then she added to 25. So 25 was up to here. So it is 5000 minus 225 plus 225. So I don't know where you went wrong, Oliam. This one is 5000. So we deduct the foundation spread to 25. So we have the dimension from here up to here, outside the wall. But still, you see this void we had measured up to the outside of the foundation. So we shall add 225. So 5000 minus 225 plus 225, we get 5000. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, the width of void B. Someone else kindly try. Almakini, you're so silent. Tell us the width of void B.
300
It should be
plus. Yes, we can add 2.5. No, we
225.
add 225. Yes, 225. We minus again 225
In
this side and the other side. Only one side we can deduct.
So
Only
what?
one side we can deduct 2. We will deduct 225.
So what is the width of void B?
Will be 275 and 275.
Okay, let's see if you're correct. From here, you see from here up to here, it's 3,000. Then we already have some spread here. So it shall be 3,000 minus 225. 3,000 minus 225, what shall we get? Someone? 3,000 minus 225?
2775.
Yes, 2775. From here up to here. Now, 2775, we shall add the width of the wall. You see, the width of the wall is included. So 2775 plus 225, we shall go back to 3,000. Then we shall add the spread because the foundation spread is outside. You see, there is a distance between the foundation spread and the wall, 225. So how much will it be? 3,000 plus 225. It shall be 3225. Are you guys still in class? You can hear me, eh? All right. Robinson is in class. All right, Alan, I saw you. All right. So, the dimensions for the void B shall be 5,000 plus 3225. So you should always sketch. Once you sketch, following up, especially if you sketch very nicely using your pencil. You see, mine I'm sketching using a mouse, so it's not very accurate how you can be able to see. Try sketching it, print that page, sketch it, try to do the calculations for the length of the voids, and you'll be able to see it very clearly. So if you see in the takeoff, the voids, the dimensions, the length of void B is 5,000, the width is 3225. All right, for the void A is 4380, something like this, and 2500. I don't know what we had got here. Yeah, this one, it was 40. For this one was 2500, and for this it was 4825 minus 450. It was 4375. Yes, that is what they have rounded off to 2 decimal places.
4375.
Yes. So if you come to this column, you round it to in meters to 2 decimal places. We said those are the rules of taking off. In the description column, it is in millimeters, but in the dimension column, it is in meters, right? So you shall write in meters to 2 decimal places. Yes. So every time you have voids, just assume there were no voids. Calculate the dimensions of the big rectangle, then deduct the areas of the voids. Yes. So I want a question. Anyone with a question? I don't want anyone to be left behind on substructure works. It takes some time, but after we are done with that, all other works will be very easy for everyone. as long as you get the substructure works. So any question up to there? Everyone is good.
Now, can you please go over the width again for void?
For void? For void A. The void, okay, this is void A. You want us to show the width, right?
Void B, void B.
Void B. The width. Alright. You see, this width of the void starts from outside the foundation spread to inside, up to the inside of the foundation spread. Because everywhere we have this foundation spread we had already, it's part of the building. So we shall measure from outside the foundation spread to inside the foundation spread here. So from outside the foundation spread to the external wall is 225, right? From outside the foundation spread, you see the foundation spread is here. Outside the walls, this is the wall. From here up to here is the foundation spread. So 225 plus 225 for the wall. That will give us 450. 450 plus 3000 shall be Oleami. This one is, you see the foundation spread here is 225, right? Yes. We have the thickness of the wall, which is 225. So 225 plus 225, the total will be 450 plus 3000, which is from here up to here. So 3000 plus 450 shall be that 450. Then we need to deduct this 225 here, because from here up to here is 225. So we shall get 32225. That is what we have come and said 3.225 to two decimal places, 3.23. You see here it was 3225. Yes. Is there any other that you haven't followed? Is everyone okay? Okay. Alan?
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Alan, then Almakini.
Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Who is okay?
I'm okay.
Alan. Okay. Alan
I'm
is
okay.
okay. Alan is okay. Almakini?
Okay.
All right. You're okay. Okay. I will be sharing yesterday's video tomorrow morning. I will be uploading it. I had already recorded it, but it refused to upload because it's a big file. It refused to do with my Wi-Fi, so I'll be able to upload it tomorrow, the first thing when I get to work. So I hope that part is good. We shall be having another class on Wednesday, right? Okay. We could plan a discussion between now and Wednesday just to go through what we have discussed in that session, even if it's 1 hour discussion for the class. I don't know which is the convenient day for all of you. Yes, Ajid. Then we can continue on Wednesday.
We will get this video by email or by WhatsApp.
The easiest way, because it's a big file, I will upload it as a private video. Then I will send all of you a link. You'll be able to watch it.
So they will be again deducting any amount, or it will be free?
No, it will be free.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam.
Yes.
Anytime we can download, we can see like this.
Yes, you can also download the video. I'll put the setting to download. You can download it.
Okay, madam. Okay, madam.
Yes.
Thank you.
Almakini?
Naomi.
Yes, Oleami?
Yes, okay, it's okay. Just asking about the material, but now you say that you are going to upload it, so it's okay.
All right. Okay, Oleami?
Yeah, I don't want to do.
Sorry?
It's very big, and Telegram can take very big files, so maybe you can create.
Oh, Telegram. I will also check the option of Telegram. Yes. Yes, thanks for the idea. I will check it out. Yes. All right. So, is there any other comment before we close the class today? We said we should have a class discussion, at least to recap on what we have said, just in case someone has a question. Maybe we can slot in an hour, either tomorrow or on Tuesday. Which is the best day? So that in the next class on Wednesday, we just continue. Maybe you can just suggest a day. I will attend.
Tomorrow.
I will answer your questions. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Let's vote. Those for tomorrow, just raise your hands. We go by the majority.
Okay.
Tomorrow we have two. Okay. Wednesday? Oh, Tuesday.
You're shifting the discussion from Monday to Tuesday.
Monday or Tuesday? Okay, Monday. Monday we have two. Okay, let's vote again. Monday. You guys are raising your hands as you put them down. Okay, Tuesday. Tuesday we only have.
Madam, better you decide this day.
Sorry?
Better you decide this day.
All right. I think we can just go by the majority.
Monday, tomorrow, so that we can't forget.
All right. Tomorrow then, 1 hour, between 8 to 9. So that you can come with your questions, I will answer them before you forget. Yes, it makes sense. Tomorrow before you forget. 8 to 9, I will be here to answer your questions on what we have covered. Just do several examples. Just look for different examples. Maybe you can go through the one we have done. Just try. Tell me any challenge you could be having in doing the site clearance and the voids before you continue. Then we shall continue. We shall go step by step, especially for the substructure works. It's always a challenge, but after the substructure works, everything else is much easier. So that's why I'm taking my time there. All right. So
okay.
Sorry.
What about today's video?
Yes, even today's video, I'll be able to share it tomorrow.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the class. I hope you have learned a lot. So in case of anything you would want to communicate, just communicate it also in the group, and we shall be able to continue together. So have yourself a good night.
Good night. Have a nice day. Good night.
See you tomorrow, Sajid, not Wednesday.
Okay, good night.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay, everybody else. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Shit, mi hata sijui ka hizo video zimerekod.